Hey, Suge. Welcome back to Healing Circle. I don't even know if I said that in Gemini's written. We're doing the then, now, next messages for February. It's already February, y'all. Can you believe it? Yeah. You guys are the second highest views for the then, now, next messages from January. So thank you for watching. I do hope these readings resonate for you. Okay. So I try to do this little slide out thing in Gemini's reading, and kind of pick like a significant card. And I'm gonna do it. It didn't happen right in Gemini's reading, but okay, let's tap in with me. Tap in with me so we can get this message. And hope you guys are doing well. It's definitely giving an energy shift this month. Okay, for everybody, for everybody. Okay, what message is significant for Leo right now, Spirit? No, I didn't get it again. One more. If it don't do it this time, so, like the card was like show itself. Is this deck too heavy? I don't know. It's not happening. So we just we don't force it. So, for Leo spirits. Hey Drea, how are you? Thank you for being able. All right. Let's get the overall energy for you, Leo, in February. We're gonna look at your then energy, your now energy, and the energy of what's next for you, as well as get you some advice. So overall, in February for you, Leo, you have the Nine of Wands. Okay. The Nine of Wands energy, but look, the Death energy is right behind that. Okay. So, initially it's like Nine of Wands, right? But with the Death energy right behind that, it's like, okay, yeah, that's what I want. So I think right now, or even lately, if you've been going through some, some hard times, Nine of Wands energy is like one thing after another, just, some rough experiences. Uh, it has taught you some lessons. You've learned some things from it because, Nine of Wands energy is the wounded warrior, but you still may be carrying some of that stuff with you from, one thing to the next. You just carrying this stuff with you. So it's been a little difficult right now. It's been heavy. That's come to an end with the Death energy. There's a transformation happening for you. Okay. There's a significant transformation happening for you. And overall, it's because of this Nine of Wands energy, like, things have been rather heavy. The Ten of Wands energy is like, okay, it's too much. And I feel like Spirit is kind of stepping in before things become way too much. Okay. So let's see. How were things then? Okay. The Fool. Okay. So the Fool energy, Aries energy, is like, energy of excitement, but it's also like jumping in. All right. So you might have made some impulsive decisions that you might consider foolish, or, you might have just, put yourself out there, in a way that wasn't the best. Okay. Took some risk. So currently with the energy is the Seven of Cups. Right. So maybe you're, trying to figure things out. I feel like you're looking at all your options. You're considering different things. Mm-hmm. So what's next? The Knave of Wands, Page of Wands energy. Right. So that's communication about action. And this can be you communicating this, or is being communicated to you. There can be an opportunity that's being communicated, or what someone plans to do, or I feel like it's something that gets your excitement or gets you excited. And I feel like it's because with the Nine of Wands energy, Spirit's kind of like, you've been through enough. All right. Okay. Let's clarify it. For Leo Spirit. Okay. Yeah, the Strength card. It's for you. It's for you, Leo. Yeah. It's time for you to have your wish fulfilled. Nine of Cups energy. Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Whatever has been an interference to you getting what you truly do desire, okay, what you truly do want for yourself. I feel like the Spirit is making all that go away. Okay, there's a tower happening. All right. It's just go ahead and say thank you now to the universe. Say thank you, universe. I love you. To my grandmother, my ancestors, my guys. Thank you so much. Yes. Put it out there. Thank you, Jesus. All that. Give it all of it. Okay. Because, back then, this then energy, you did some foolish things. Okay. Maybe made some foolish decisions. Okay. But look, the world energy and the devil, all right, you learn some lessons from it. Okay, you stopped doing it. You saw how devil energy, maybe it was unhealthy. Okay, especially with the Lovers energy and 4 of Wands. This could be like, especially with like partnerships and relationships. You might say, you know what? Not doing it no more. Okay. Yep, not doing that no more. Okay. Because you saw how it wasn't any good for you. Okay. All right, so yeah, this could be with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn that you were in a connection with, right? Yeah, you might have, ended a cycle with that, right? And with the Six of Swords energy, you moved on to better, right? Because this person was playing games emotionally. They were emotionally manipulative, okay? All right, so in the current, you have the Seven of Cups. Mm-hmm. Why is the Seven of Cups energy here? Oh, Spirit said go back. So in the then energy, you also have the King of Pentacles with the Lovers. If we look at it differently, where it's like you didn't necessarily end a cycle with a King of Pentacles, you could have, like changed, or saying things could have changed for you. Like say, let's say you're the masculine energy, things could have changed for you. When it comes to like stability, Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and partnership. Okay, so in the current is Seven of Cups. All right. Yeah. Okay. Queen of Swords and a Knight of Cups. All right. So I feel like right now, in the current, you're thinking about what is the best decision to make. Okay. Especially, as far as like, love and partnership, and like, you try and be wise in your decision making. You're looking at all your options, okay? Because you might have just jumped into some partnerships in the past that weren't the best. You learn some lessons from that. Okay, yeah. Justice in the Tower is showing. Okay, Justice in the Tower. All right, it's like because you are being more decisive in the currents. All right, it's like you're receiving the right. You're receiving the right one. You're receiving what is meant for you or what is good for you. All right, because you recognize what wasn't. Okay, you ended some cycles because you saw they weren't the best. But this is creating a shift for you with the Tower energy. Is a divine intervention, right? Because you're healing, right? Four Swords energy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You could be healing from a third party situation, but this can also be like you healing where you're now open up to like celebrations or like going out and socializing, interacting with new people, like you're opening up to like joy, fun, connection, socializing, that energy. Okay. So in the current, you're considering your options, you're being more decisive, and that's bringing about the right one. Okay. So what's next is the Knave of Wands. And this is communication about action to be taken or that was taken or to be taken. With the Three of Wands energy towards the future. Okay. The wheel is moving. The Wheel of Fortune is willing. Is willing. Mm-hmm. So you can like stop worrying, okay, or stressing about like the energy of like when it gets to too much, okay, because I feel like you may be stressing somewhat about what if it gets to where it's too much. Ten of Wands energy, because the overall energy is just Nine of Wands. I feel like Spirit wants you to, know that things are going to, shift for you, right? The Knight of Swords energy is because you're being more decisive. You're being more clear. You're being more concrete. And about Three of Cups, who you interact with, who you spend your time with, who you hang with, okay? Where you spend your time. And you might get some exciting communication that changes your direction. It's like you might, like, you're going to get some communication about the future or what's next, or communication about action to be taken in the future or what's next, like as the energy that's what's next for you. Okay. Why is the Page of Wands as the energy of what's next for Leo? The Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Don't hold back, okay? Because you are ready for more. Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Wands is like you being ready for more. And consider it, okay? Think about what you truly do want. All right, your healing that you're going through, about you, like recognizing that you might have made some unhealthy decisions, or might have gone through some partnerships that weren't the best. I'm not sure I understand. Recognize how that is making you better, okay? And almost like there's no dream that's too big type energy, okay? Because the Nine of Wands energy, you've been through enough. Okay, you've been through a lot. Nine of Wands. Why is it the overall energy for Leo? Why is this the overall energy for Leo? All right. The Page of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. This communication that's coming in, as what's next, right? The Page of Wands energy that's coming in. You're on the fence about it, okay? Because it involves partnership or union. But Spirit wants you to change your perspective around what's coming towards you, because you are decisive, okay? Ace of Swords energy and High Priestess Spirit's like, you can trust your intuition, right? You can trust what you're receiving because you are more decisive, okay? That's where you're at in the current. You're like, you're like, nah, what's good for me? And that's creating this shift for you, right? The overall energy, Nine of Wands for Leo. All right, the Devil energy, the Hierophant energy, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Wands, because of the Hangman. Okay, Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups. Okay, the unhealthy commitment you might have experienced, okay, could cause you to make something harder than it need to be. Okay, the Nine of Swords energy and the Ten of Wands is almost like projecting, the too much. You're projecting, or possible. It could, you could possibly project because of all of what you've experienced. Nine of Wands. Okay, all right. So this communication that you got coming in with the Page of Wands energy about what's next or about your future, you can be confident in that decision. Don't hold back, because you are more decisive. Okay, believe in trusting your decisiveness, right? Because with the Page of Wands energy and the Ace of Swords, this communication is something you can trust. The unhealthy partnerships you might have experienced, or the things you might have committed yourself to that weren't the best for you, doesn't have to necessarily be a partnership. It's like, I should have never got into this situation. I jumped into the situation, gave them my money, thinking we was going to do this together, and they didn't use my money. Now, since you can be learning from whatever experiences, all right? Spirit does not want you to carry that with you, where it makes you like sabotage yourself, okay, and make things harder than they need to be, okay? So change your perspective around what's coming towards you, and don't resist the changes, okay? The changes are for your highest good. The experiences you went through then were so that you can learn some lessons. And I feel like you learn those lessons. Okay, so don't let it stop you from going towards this communication that's coming in. Yeah, it's communication that's coming in. Right? So Advice for Leos for February. Okay, your inner critic is on the bottom. It says challenge the voice of self-doubt. It is often shaped by past conditioning, not truth. Okay, challenge that energy of self-doubt. Okay, because that's when it's given a little bit in that's the energy of what's next. Like you have this communication coming in, and you're like, could possibly hold back. Right. Cold and pit. I gotta drink something. I'm sorry, my mouth is dry. I think the coffee is the reason why my mouth is dry. All right. It says codependency patterns. Evaluate where you rely on others for emotional stability. Reclaim your own power. Okay. That's advice for you this month. All right. You don't need someone to make you feel like secure in what the direction you're going. Like trust yourself. Okay. Reclaiming your body. If past wounds have disconnected you from your body, it's time to come home to yourself. Okay. Reclaiming your body. You will know how that fits with you. Right? Because of the illusion of control. Surrendering is not weakness. Trying to control everything only breeds anxiety. Okay. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Okay. Overall energy. That's what spirit is addressing. That's what spirit is addressing. Don't mess up a situation, or don't mess up what's coming towards you, or not even mess it up. Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. Okay, because of past shit. Heard me? That's what I have for you, shit. I hope this helps. I look forward to seeing you soon. Come back this evening at 6 p.m. Me and my little brother are going to talk to y'all. He has a testimony. Bishop, y'all know my little brother. Yes. We're going to be on tonight. 6 o'clock. Jump on. Put the notify on. See you guys soon. Bye. Bye, Drea.